Hello, I'm here today with Andreas Schlager. So, Andy, what did you do today?
I got top 4 in the regional in Klagenfurt, and
Okay.
I played my first AZAMINA Kashtira.
Oh, really nice. Klagenfurt in the house tonight.
Yeah.
So, let's hop right into the deck.
So first of all, I played 40 cards.
Yeah.
I think that's really important for this deck because it kind of bricks a lot. It doesn't have a lot of starters until the new support comes. So we maxed out on the good cards like 3 Sylvie, 3 Elsa, the standard, 1 Rusha, you need this, and 1 Astella. This is just to raise the White Forest count. This card is actually really important when you play the Fiendsmith variant, but I think it's still necessary that you got another name that can start your combo. Okay. And then you got the 1 LZ, which is obviously a really good card. You can recycle this, so you only need 1.
Okay.
I just played the two spell and trap cards, like 1 Tails. You need this if you start with her. And the 1 trap. I didn't play Woes because I think Woes is not good enough and not necessary. The endboard is already strong enough, and I wanted to play more cards that are okay and that are good to draw, and I didn't want to draw too many traps that I can't play. There's one other card that a lot of people play. It's the Whispers of the Sinful Spoils, I think. Sinful Spoils of the White Forest or something like that. The other spell that released with the last set. I think that's a terrible card. I think you shouldn't play it. I don't know why everyone is playing it. You need to play Guardian Chimera for it, and I think that's not necessary. You don't need another layer of interruptions in the opponent's turn, and it's not even that good of a card going first. So you can sometimes extend, but it's not good.
Okay, so this is enough.
This is definitely enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we go to the Sinful Spoils part of the engine. We play 3 Wanted.
Yeah.
Of course, we play 3 Wanted, this best card.
Yeah.
I also play 3 Witches, and I wanted to have as many starters as I can. I know this is redundant. In the combo, you can always get to Sinful Spoils with her, but you just don't always have combo, and you need as many starters as you can. So I decided to play the full package, and of course I played this and I played that. I was originally playing another Sinful Spoils spell, but I don't think that's necessary. If you sequence it correctly, you can always loop them perfectly, so it's no problem. And those 2 engines are pretty standard. You don't have to change anything on that. And you always play 1 other engine with White Forest. So it's one of the 3. Either you play a toy box or the toy engine, you play Fiendsmith, or you play Kashtiras. As far as I know, those are the 3 engines that you can pair White Forest with, because pure it's not strong enough before the support.
Okay, so
I decided to play the Kashtira cards.
yeah, you're a Kashtira player, right?
Yeah, I was playing Kashtira. So the Kashtira cards have a few benefits. The first benefit is that you can play 40 cards, which is pretty difficult if you play the Fiendsmith version. The other benefit that you get with the Kashtiras is you got a better matchup into cards like Fuvalos. You can do something under Shifter, which so sorry. Where was I? These cards are great under Fuvalos, and the thing is, you always need something that fuels your White Forest, right? And with this engine, you can, for example, start with Ravesoft. You get Unicorn. Unicorn gets Birth. You can send this spell and trap because it's still a field spell. So that's 1 card. You can send this for Deception, so it's a monster. That's all you need to send in 1 turn. And it also works the other way. If you, for example, start with Unicorn, you can send Unicorn for Deception, rebirth it with Birth, and then send Birth as a spell or the trap. So it's no problem.
Yeah.
And if you start with Fenrir, you can also get Unicorn and just trigger this for Deception. So it just works. It cuts the deck down to 40 cards, and it plays better into Fuvalos and stuff like that.
I love the Kashtira cards. They're so nice.
Yeah, right. The only problem is that this card is not really good into Detonator, but we play other stuff for that.
Okay, so now the non-engine part, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So we don't. I played mainly Breakers. but there are actually 6 hand traps that I play. I play 3 Fuvalos because you can draw into your breakers, and I play 3 Ash for going first. This card is nice because if you go first, you don't want to draw too many breakers. This card also works against Fuvalos. So that's that. And for the non-engine part, one benefit I forgot to mention for the Kashtira cards is that you get an extra deck that's really not tight. With the Fiendsmith package you cannot slot in too many other stuff, but with the Kashtira cards I have an extra deck that's maybe 10 cards big and I have like 5 flex spots.
Okay.
So I can play this and I can play every target. I can play everything that the other decks play if I want. And there's one other card that really benefits from that fact. I also played 3 Talents and I played 3 Black Gold. Black Gold is really nice because you can send it with LSAT, then you can banish it from the grave and you can negate the detonator. This card is really good.
I love that it sees some play now.
Yeah, that's nice. So this was all for the main deck. It's 40 cards. It's actually 20 spells and 20 monsters.
Yeah.
I think that's an important ratio because on average your hand is going to be 3 to 2 spell and traps and 2 monsters, which is important for the balance of the deck.
Okay.
So that's that.
The clean 40 and now the extra deck, right?
The extra deck. So of course we play the 3 White Forests. Nothing interesting there. We play the AZAMINA stuff. These 2 are pretty standard, but I also played this one. Okay. On summon, he can send a card from your opponent. He's also 2/7 big and recycles a Sinful Spoils spell every turn from the grave. And the nice thing about him is you can make this, you can get rid of something, and then you can synchro into a Chaos Angel that's light and dark and remove another card. So the combination of this one plus Chaos Angel gets rid of 2 problematic cards and then brings you into a game state where your opponent most of the time can't out Chaos Angel.
Did this come up today?
Yeah, this came up. This comes up. Okay. And it's also pretty nice because you wouldn't normally be able to play this in the Fiendsmith variant, but in the Kashtira variant it's possible. Then I played IP Mascarena. We need something to give the end board a little bit more punch, so I just played this. And we have the space, so it's no problem. After that I got the Chaos Angel, of course, and I also played 1 Artemis. This one is just to make SP. It fits into the deck and it's pretty nice. And the last kind of engine card is this one. This one enables the 1-card combo with the Abelstar, so it's necessary. I didn't make this once today, and I didn't make it in the last few tournaments, but it's still necessary because if you only have Witch, this one is full combo. And now to the other cards that I played this.
Okay.
This one should probably be the Link monster, but it's okay. I played these targets, they are obviously for Metaltronus, but I want to mention that some of these targets are not the best Metaltronus targets that you can play. You wouldn't need to play this necessarily because you can also use Metaltronus on him and special out the Abelstar because they're both light and 2/5. So you wouldn't necessarily need him, but because of a card in my side deck, I'm playing this. Okay. This one should probably be a Hard Scriptor, because the problem is if you use Fuvalos on Malice, they just end on Hard Scriptor, and Metaltronus is not good against that because they can summon to the zone and then it's not negated. So this one should probably be Hard Scriptor, but because of a card in the side deck, it's not. It's the same reason for that. This one should be Sequence if you're just playing Metaltronus. But if you're playing, I'm playing Winter Cherries in the side deck, as you will see in a second. These ones are, I think, are the best target. This one should maybe be the Link monster.
Okay, so next tournament it's probably gonna be the Link monster.
Maybe it's going to be the Link monster, yeah, because I already have the Metaltronus target with the Diabel. Of course, so we're playing 3 Fuvalos, so I need 3 Sword Strikes to side in.
Yeah.
That's standard. I'm playing 3 Lancea, that's also standard. This one.
Yeah.
Then I decided to play 3 Dark Ruler no more.
Okay.
The reason I played this is because I expected a lot of Pure Rysil, and Pure Rysil is currently ending on Detonator, like the Star Leech Dragon or Toad and stuff like that. And it's really hard to deal with because it's targeting protected sometimes, and it's also an Omni Negate, and it's really hard to deal with. some of the cards only work if there's no Eclipse Twin, so this was just the best card that worked.
Did this come up today?
I sided it in, but I never drew it.
Okay.
Then I played 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Dust Up. This is against Malice and other trap decks like the Apophis deck. And then the big star is the Winter Cherries.
Finally, they see some play.
Yeah, so if a lot of guys are on pure Rising, this card is like an FTK against them, because the deck is just is only detonator, and after that it's just toad. So it's not really threatening, and they can't get back the detonator. This one also works against Requiem, obviously, so it's really good. It also won me a game. I didn't draw it that often, but I think it's still worth it.
It was a good choice.
Yeah, it has one other benefit. They can't counter it except with cold. So most of the people don't play crossout for this, so I think it's a valid choice.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Any shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to my testing partners, to Haas and Mike. Shoutouts to Benny for telling me to play this deck when I wanted to play Malice, but he believed that I am good enough with this deck.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Andy. Bye, see ya.